Hello students, in this video we will study the article partial derivatives. So the definition of partial derivative is if E is the open set or open subset of Rn, then we define a mapping F from E to Rm. Thus, for x belongs to E implies that f of x belongs to R of m. And now since this R of m is a vector space with dimension m, we can write f of x equals to f1 of x, f2 of x up to fn of x. And here this f1, f2, fm are real functions on this open set E, and that is this each Fi is a mapping from this open subset E to R, where this I range from 1 to up to m. Now we know that the standard basis for Rn is denoted as E1, E2 up to En. So we define a function dj fj on E, such that this dj fj operating on x and this x belongs to E is equals to limit t tends to 0 fi of x plus t ej minus fi of x upon t. Here this x belongs to this open subset E, and provided that this limit exists. We have taken an open subset E of Rn and we define a mapping F from E to Rn. Now it is obvious that for x belongs to E, f of x will belongs to R of m. Now since R of m is a vector space with dimension m, each vector say f of x of Rn can be written as tuple of this fm functions. Each function are real function on E, and each fi is a mapping from E to R. Then we know that this E1, E2 up to En is a standard basis of Rn. Then we define a function dj fj on E such that dj fj of x is the vector of E, which is equals to limit t tends to 0 fi of x plus t ej minus fi of x upon t. Provided that this limit exists, then this dj fj is called the partial derivative of fi with respect to xj, and we also can write it as dj fi is equals to del of fi upon del of xj. This is dj fi, not fj, okay? dj fi. So this dj fi can be written as del of fi upon del of xi, that is the partial derivative of fi with respect to xj. This is the definition of partial derivative. Now this theorem states that suppose f maps an open set E, which is a subset of Rn, into Rm, that is f maps E to Rm and E is a subset of Rn, and also given that f is differentiable at x belongs to E, then the partial derivative dj fi of x exists and f dash of x ej is equal to summation I from 1 to m dj fi of x ui from where j ranges from 1 to n and where e1 up to en and u1 up to um are the standard basis of Rn and Rm respectively. This e1 up to en is the standard basis of Rn and u1 up to um is the standard basis of Rm, and we have to prove that f dash of x ej is equals to summation I from 1 to m dj fi of x ui. So let's start with the proof. Now here given that this f is differentiable at each x belongs to E, which is a subset of Rn. Therefore, by the definition of differentiable, limit t tends to 0, f of x plus th minus f of x upon t is equals to f dash of x h by definition of differentiable. Now we fix j and put h equals to ej. So therefore from this we get limit t tends to 0, f of x plus t ej minus f of x upon t equals to f dash of x in place of h ej. Now let it be number 1. Now we know that since f is a mapping from E to Rm, therefore for x belongs to E implies that f of x belongs to Rm, and also this f of x is a vector of Rm and can be expressed as f1 of x, f2 of x up to so on fm of x. Now since f of x is equals to f1 of x, f2 of x up to fm of x, which is a vector of Rm, and since u1 u2 up to um is the standard basis of Rm as given, standard basis of Rm, therefore this vector f of x can be expressed as a linear combination of the vectors of this standard basis. So this f of x can be written as f1 of x u1 plus f2 of x u2 plus up to so on fm of x um, which is equals to summation from I 1 to m fi of x ui. Similarly, f of x plus t ej can be expressed as summation over I from 1 to n fi of x plus t ej ui. Now let it be number 2nd and this be number 3. Now using this 2 and 3 in 1, we get 1 implies limit t tends to 0. In place of x plus f of x plus t ej, we will put summation I from 1 to m fi of x plus t ej ui minus in place of f of x we will put summation I from 1 to m fi of x ui upon t, which is equals to f dash of x ej. So this implies taking this summation out of this limit, so we get summation I from 1 to m limit t tends to 0 fi x plus t ej minus fi of x upon t, and taking this ui common we get f dash of x ej. So this implies that summation I from 1 to m, and this is the definition of partial derivative. So dj fi of x and this ui which is equals to f dash of x ej by definition of partial derivative, and hence we got the required expression, hence proved. Next theorem states that suppose f maps a convex open set E which is a subset of Rn to Rm, and also f is differentiable in E, and there is a real number m such that norm of f of x is less than or equals to m for every x belongs to E, then we have to prove that mod of f of b minus f of a is less than or equals to m in bracket b minus a, where both a b are the vectors of E. So let's start with the proof. Let f be a mapping from E to Rm, and also it is given that f is differentiable in E. F is differentiable in E. Now we fix a belongs to E and b belongs to E, and define gamma of t which is equals to 1 minus t a plus t b. Let it be number 1. Here for t belongs to R, gamma of t belongs to E for 0 less than t less than 1. From this we also can say that t belongs to 0 1. Now also define g of t which is equals to f of gamma of t, that is the composition of mapping. Now we know that the g dash of t will be equals to f dash of gamma of t, then gamma dash of t. Now this from 1, gamma dash of t is equals to minus a plus b. Now let it be number 2. So from 2 implies that g dash of t which is equals to f dash of gamma of t, and gamma dash of t is minus a plus b. Now taking mod on both sides we get g dash mod of g dash of t which is equals to mod of f dash of gamma of t in bracket minus a plus b, mod complete. So from definition of norm we get norm of f dash of gamma of t in bracket b that is mod b minus a. Now this f dash of gamma of t is less than m, so this is less than m mod of b minus a. So let it be number 3. So we have mod of g dash of t less than or equals to m mod of b minus a. So now by Lagrange mean value theorem, if f is continuous on AB and f is differentiable in open interval AB, then there exists a point, say x belongs to the interval AB such that mod of f of b minus f of a is less than or equals to b minus a mod of f dash of x for t belongs to 0 1. So therefore this implies that g of 1 minus g of 0 is less than or equals to 1 minus 0 mod of g dash of t. So this implies that mod of g of 1 minus g of 0 is equals to g dash of t. Now we know that we have defined g of t equals to f of gamma of t. So therefore g of 1 is equals to f of gamma of 1, which is equals to f of b, that is gamma of 1 is equals to b. Also g of 0 is equals to f of gamma of 0, which is equals to f of a, since gamma of 0 is equals to a. Now using this value of g of 1 and g of 0 in this equation, we get mod of g of 1 minus g of 0, which is equals to mod of g dash of t, implies the value of g of 1 is f of b. So f of b and g of 0 is f of a. F of a is equals to mod of g dash of t, and g dash of t from 3 is less than equals to m in mod b minus a. So from, let it be number 4. So from 3 and 4 implies that mod of f of b minus f of a is less than equals to m mod of b minus a for a belongs to E and b belongs to E, and hence the theorem is proved. So in next video lecture we will study the last two articles of this unit, which is derivative of higher order and Taylor's theorem. Thank you.